Hello everyone, it is Pat with our Oracle card reading and message for Thursday, the 3rd of April, 2014. For today's reading, I felt guided to use the Archangel Michael Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. And for whatever reason, I was drawn to Michael today. I'm not sure why. But he's an archangel of protection and safety, courage, and he oversees our life purpose. Now we also have Archangel Raziel as our, Archangel of the Week, who's overseeing us with our spiritual awakening and understanding. So anyways, let's see what Archangel Michael's message is for us today. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving us clear, easily understandable messages for the YouTube community. Oh, okay, we got a couple that have popped out here. All right. So, the first one that's come out is this one. It says, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Okay? And the prayer on the card says, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Okay, there's two aspects to this message. One, it may indicate that you're maybe preoccupied with something, either from the past that you're not letting go of. There's anger directed at yourself or somebody else for a situation that has taken place. Or there's something currently coming up, today that's going on that is maybe a disturbing situation, like a car accident. Maybe there's a misunderstanding at work. Maybe you've been, charged for something financially that, something along those lines. And what this message, this twofold message has to do with is, one, he's urging you, not to stay centered in any kind of self-blame. It's real easy, to look back in the past and say, oh, with that regret, I should have done this. I should have looked into that. I should have been more careful. I should have known that this person wasn't right for me a long time ago and left, or whatever the case may be. He's urging you to move away from that. And one of the really important aspects of self-healing is to forgive yourself, because the regret and those feelings of regret and guilt can attract or continue to attract similar situations or punishing situations, because guilt demands punishment. It's just the economics of it, if you will, energetically. This also may be a message to you in a very literal way that whatever has taken place, if some kind of drama has surfaced in your life today, that you are not the one who is at fault or responsible. If you were in a car accident, or if you, if there's some legal thing that's come up, or whatever the case may be, it's, for some of you, it may be a very literal, it's not your fault, okay? You haven't done anything wrong in this situation, even though it seems in the moment to be very, terrifying, like, oh no, that heavy oh no kind of thing. What is this going to mean? So anyways, he's letting you know to let it go, because you're not at fault. You are not the one primarily responsible for it. So it has a twofold message to it, okay? But in either case, he's urging you to let it go, and you can ask for his help with this, to let go of the heavy guilt, regret, types of feelings that come along with it. If you are experiencing those, okay? It may be something lighter for you, something that's just surfacing today that, you kind of have a little regret about, oh, maybe I should have known better, maybe I should have made better choices about how I spent my money or been more careful. He's just urging you to move away from that and not get caught up in that today. The other card that's spelled out with it is to shield yourself. And the prayer on this card says, Archangel Michael, I ask you to protect me, my loved ones, my vehicle, and my home with your powerful shield. Surround us in your purple light, which allows only pure love to penetrate. Please stay with me day and night and keep my loved ones safe. And you can name, specific people or situations that come to your mind. So this is what we just did, was an actual process of energetic protection. You visualize that light around you, either Archangel Michael's royal blue or like an amethyst that bounces away lower negative energies. Or you actually say this prayer and invoke protection, maybe before you go out on the road today if you have to be traveling for any reason. If you're about to take a trip of any kind, whether it be in a car, in a train, or in a plane, or what have you. So that's part of the message that's coming through with that. Shield yourself also does imply some physical action steps that you can take on your part. Make sure your medical insurance is up to date. Make sure your car insurance, is, look at your policy. Make sure you're fully covered. Or, maybe into a legal aspects of things. Or maybe it even is a home insurance type of thing. It's about looking at the finer details, dotting your I's, crossing your T's, so you don't end up in one of those situations where you're like, oh, I should have looked into this so I wouldn't have gotten charged for it. Or, I should have looked into that because, now I have to pay for this kind of thing. Or it's just about making sure that you're aware of what protections you have in place. So you know where you stand and what you're covered for, kind of thing. So this is part of our shielding process. I mean, as individuals, we buy things like insurances to provide that protection for us in those times of calamity or accidents or things like that. But it could also mean just to shield yourself energetically, the way we did at the beginning, to keep yourself out of harm's way in some way, shape, or form. And just maybe bringing your awareness to that, maybe there's somebody around you who's in a very negative place, and it, keeps their energies from affecting yours, okay? And angels do this in a variety of ways. I found that oftentimes, because I've asked Archangel Michael to be around me so much and I've worked with him so much, that he's protected me and kept me out of harm's way without me even being consciously aware of it or trying to do it. But so it's a really interesting, I've discovered it by looking back after the fact and saying, oh, wow, I didn't even have to deal with this. I didn't even encounter it, whether it was a negative person or a dramatic situation. So anyways, this is our messages for today. And, it may be certainly pertaining to things that are going on for you personally or things going on in the world, okay? So, and the shield yourself even has to do with shielding yourself financially, if you have ways of doing that, that you may want to just look into that. What financial protections do you have in place, okay? So a double message today. With the forgive yourself, don't get caught in self-blame, be proactive and just make sure you shield yourself, okay? So anyways, those are our messages that I get for today. I hope you have a great day. And by all means, feel free to leave any comments about anything that you may have experienced today pertaining to these messages. And even though we've picked these for today, sometimes, the time element of when these are around, it may have just taken place for you. It may be something that has yet to take place. It could be tomorrow. But the message is coming up strongly today to bring your awareness to it. So anyways, I hope you have a lovely day, everyone. I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.